Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today we're talking about Tropical Storm Fred here in today's stream here. Uh, so yeah, I just created a video. It actually just made landfall just a little bit ago, so it has made landfall um, here in Florida. Let's see if I can get a closer view here to the area here. There we go. It has made landfall. It was confirmed by the National Hurricane Center. So it has made landfall actually in just the last probably 15 minutes probably. It has been confirmed that it has made landfall in Florida. So yeah. Okay. Let's see, has Truckle Tributes updated their stuff? See that the Truckle Tributes does not say that it made landfall, but according to the National Hurricane Center, they said that it did make landfall. So yeah. Oh, we just gotten in a new discussion to the SPC. Here's the new discussion here. Northern and Central um, Bay Coast area of best tornado potential over the next 1 to 2 hours. The highest tornado potential over the next 1 to 2 hours may reside over north and eastern coastal areas of Appalachian Bay as weak thunderstorms move onshore in coming hours. Don't think there's a tornado watch for this area, but is it that area that they? Some of that area does not have a tornado watch for it. Some of that area is in it, but not that whole area though. But yeah, there's a tornado watch in effect right now for parts of Florida and I think Georgia and Alabama too. So let's look real quick at that watch here. They said a few tornadoes possible here. The counties here. Here they are. Um, for parts of Florida. Here are the probabilities: 50% chance of tornadoes, 20% chance of uh, major tornadoes. Uh, really low chance. Winds, 10% chance low. Significant winds, 10% chance. Hail low. Really no big threat of low. No big threat of hail. And then the overall severe weather threat is a 20% chance that's low. Here's initial radar. Here's radar right now. So, yeah, very interesting. Let's look at the IR satellite here. Get that loaded up here. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't want that. Shortwave IR, it's probably this. Yes, it is. Here's the IR satellite here of the storm here, and they said it made landfall, so um, yeah, this is the IR satellite. Looks very impressive on the satellite. So yeah, let's go back to visible satellite here. Look at this though on the satellite. Let's see what else. Trying to see. Let's put watches and warnings on. We've had quite a few flash flood warnings, of course, because usually tropical storms and hurricanes bring flash flooding with them. So, very typical usually for uh, tropical storms and hurricanes. Let's just look at some of the information from Tropical Storm Fred here. This back here on the screen. Let's look at some of the information here. Let's actually look at the update that they said. It said it made landfall. Here it is. Fred makes landfall in eastern Florida Panhandle. This is as of 2:15 p.m., so it was about an hour ago. About the time I was making the video. Fred made landfall about in eastern Florida Panhandle, according to what this says. Let's look back here. Look at Fred, and let's look at the cone here. Here's the cone. It's expected to just become tropical storm. I don't think it'll become a hurricane because it's already made landfall, according to what they said. Usually when it makes landfall, usually it has a harder time um, becoming a storm on land because there's no waters around it, of course. So um, the yaws rainfall potential, we looked at this during our video, but I'm going to go over all the stuff we were looking at in my video in today's stream. We have 1 to 2 inches potentially of rainfall for parts of these areas. The areas we're going to watch is parts of Florida, Alabama, and parts of maybe even Georgia, and for parts of Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, this area right here. That's where we have the most chance of some rain. So we have yellows mean 2 to 4, darker greens mean 2 to 4 inches. That includes most of these areas, and then the yellow means 4 to 6 inches here, as you can see, and then the oranges mean 6 to 10 inches of rain, and they're very isolated. Some in Georgia and North Carolina, and some in Florida. They're very isolated, but there is some spots with potentially 6 to 10 inches of rain possible. Let's look at the flash flooding potential here. We have a moderate risk of flash flooding, almost a high, but not quite. We have moderate for parts of Florida and Alabama, and then for parts of Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Of a moderate risk and a slight all the way up to New York. But this includes just the next 3 days. It doesn't include just today. So today we have a moderate risk for Florida. Tomorrow we have that moderate risk for parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and a slight risk for some areas for day 3 flash flooding here. Let's see. Let's look at wind speed probabilities here. We have a 90% chance of seeing tropical storm force wind probabilities here. It's pretty significant, so we're probably definitely going to get some tropical storm force winds for portions of Florida. The good news is the hurricane wind speeds are very, very low, so that's some good news. But we do have a 90 to 100% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds for parts of Florida. For parts of Pensacola, we have probably about a 10 to 30% chance, probably of 10 to 40% chance, I'd say, of tropical storm force winds. And then near Tallahassee, I would say probably a 50 to 80% chance, I would say, of tropical storm force winds here. And if you're in those purples, you need to be ready for some potentially tropical storm force winds here. Okay, let's look at our 50 knots winds here. We see that same area where the tropical storm force winds are, there's about a 50 to 60 or 60 to 70% chance of 50 knots winds. That's 58 miles per hour winds in miles per hour. And in Florida, or not just off of Florida, we do have some 90 to 100% chance, but that does not include Florida, luckily. So that's some good news. Hopefully that doesn't change, but right now it's off Florida. But you can still see 58 miles per hour winds. You still have about 50 to 70% chance of seeing that in Florida today with the storm moving through, according to what this says. For parts of Florida, we have about a 5 to 20% chance, I would say. Actually, more of a 5 to 10% chance. And then Tallahassee, I would say probably about a 20 to 50% chance, probably somewhere near there for those areas. Hurricane force winds are right now 0. The location that it says on here, I think it's more closer to Florida, but there's no hurricane force winds here. Let's look at peak storm surge. And we see from about the Florida-Alabama border to Indian Pass, according to what this says, 1 to 3 inches. Indian Pass to Steinhatchee River, 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. Sorry, 1 to 3 feet of storm surge in this area too. Steinhatchee River to Yadi Town, 2 to 4 inches of, or 2 to 4 feet. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying inches. I think that S it in video too. I'm sorry, I meant to say feet. Yachty Town to Aripikia, 1 to 3 feet of storm surge. Let's see. Let's now look at the arrival time for winds. It thinks by Monday 2 p.m. So that's right now, really. We're seeing already tropical storm force winds. So yeah, the most likely time is Monday 2 p.m. for this area. Seeing tropical storm force winds near Atlanta will probably be around Tuesday 2 a.m. if we do see tropical storm force winds. But I think that's very low right now. So yeah. Let's look at the wind history. I didn't look at this during the video, but we saw there was a little bit of wind history near Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and then we have some more for parts of the Gulf and for parts of some of Florida here. Let's look at the warning cone and stuff. Um, see what's that. See how much winds there are. It shows already some of Florida is already seeing some near 34 mile per hour winds near, according to what this says. So, or no, 50 is it? Possibly. Let's look at the track here. I'm gonna check track. Um, it says right now there's about 65 mile per hour winds at the latest update here. And then once it's hitting Florida, I think 65 mile per hour winds, gusts to 75. So gusts up to near hurricane force. So, and then I'll move into Georgia as a depression, 35 mile per hour winds, usually that's typical. And then that's it. Continues to go through Georgia, about 30 mile per hour winds, so it's going to become a depression here, as you can see. Um, so yeah. Um, we do have a tornado potential. I didn't actually look at this in our video too. The tornado potential for the next few days. We do have a chance of some tornadoes. Let me make sure this is the latest update here. They did just update this. So yeah, this is the latest update. We see there's a slight risk for parts of Florida because of the tornado risk. That's the risk that we're going to be watching today for the tornado risk mainly. Let's look at the tornado risk here. We see 2% and then a 5% chance of tornadoes potentially today. So that's pretty big if you think about it, because um, it's pretty big because usually we see a 2% most days of a marginal risk or sometimes slight risk. We just see a 2% because usually not big threat. 5% though is pretty significant, more than a 2% here. So yeah, still, even though it's lower on the tornado scale, but it's still significant that you still have 5% chance of tornadoes here, as you can see. So that's why we have a tornado watching effect, because there could be some tornadoes possible today. The wind today, it's a 5% here, but most of it's over here. We're not going to really talk about that right now. Hail is just over here. So the biggest threat will be wind and hail. Of course, that's the usual threat with landfalling hurricanes, usually. Day 2 outlook here, we do have another slight risk of severe weather. Something interesting is that there was no risk of severe weather for day 2 uh, this morning. But now we do have a marginal and slight risk of severe weather for portions of this area because of the tornado risk. Again, 2% and then 5%. That's pretty significant, especially in this wide of an area. I don't think 10% will be issued, but I'm not going to say it won't. Um, but there's a 2% and then a 5% chance of tornadoes tomorrow. We're going to have to watch that very closely. The wind, it's a 5% chance, and then the hail, there's no hail threat with that, with this tropical storm moving through. So the biggest threat is going to be the tornado threat. By day 3, we don't have the storm on here anymore. We don't see any risk of tornadoes, so that's some good news. Okay. Wait, did they issue a new watch actually? They may issue a new watch or something. Those tropical alerts. They did something there. I don't know if that's just some other alert. I don't know what. I don't know if it's yellow, if they're tropical storm warnings or what. Um, I'll check that. Let's see. Is it? Oh, wait, severe thunderstorm? Is it severe thunderstorm? Oh no, it's flash flooding actually. I think it is actually. Flash flood watch probably. I'll check to make sure. Um, Tropical floods. Okay, yes, they have extended the flash flood watch into portions of parts of more Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. They have extended the flash flood watch to as it shows. So flash flooding is going to be the main threat. That's usually the main threat with every storm system that moves through. Usually the flash flooding threat is going to be is usually the biggest threat. And we see flash flood watches go all the way up to North Carolina now, all the way from Florida to North Carolina because of these storms. Let's look at the radar here, composite radar. See how much rain there is. You see there's quite a bit of rain here for parts of these areas. So that's why we have flash flood watch in effect, because you're going to probably be seeing rain most of tonight in parts of Georgia. Um, Florida will probably be part of Florida may be seeing it for part of the night, and then it'll probably be moving out of Florida by later tonight, probably, and moving into Alabama, Georgia, possibly getting into South and North Carolina by tomorrow. So yeah, um, so yeah. Also, let me know if my voice is working and everything. I can't. I don't know if it is or not. I haven't really checked it, but I should have checked it at the start of the stream to make sure. I'm gonna check it real quick. Make sure it's working. Okay, it's working. Sorry about that, Glance. I totally forgot to. I didn't see you on my screen a few minutes ago. That you said hello, but hello if you're still in the stream. I just noticed that you wrote. For some reason, I'm looking at the stream on my other monitor and it didn't show your message. I don't know why. Let's see, is it the next one? Live chat. Okay, now I got the messages pulled up. I don't know why it didn't pull up that time. But yeah. Um. So yeah. Welcome to stream, Larry Glance. I don't know if you're still here on the stream, but yeah. We're gonna be just doing a short stream today, not very long. Probably just a little bit longer. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming today, but probably not too long. Didn't message. There we go. Okay. So now I'm just gonna real quick talk about let me check this real quick. Okay. Let's just I'm gonna real quick talk about some of the other storms here. The main focus on today's stream will be Fred, but I just want to real quick talk about Grace and right now Tropical Depression 8. Tropical Tributes did say tropical storm. I don't know why it said tropical storm, but said Tropical Storm 8. I don't know why it said that. I'm gonna see if it still says that in a minute. But yeah. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna see if it still says that. Yeah, it says Tropical Storm. I don't know why it says Tropical Storm. I'll show you. Show you guys. Tropical Storm 8. I don't know. That confused me earlier. I was looking at this and I was going like Tropical Storm, but this says Tropical Depression here on the website, their website. So I really don't know if it's a tropical storm or not. I don't think it is though. Let's see discussion. Let me see if there's anything in the last discussion. Well, they said tropical depression here in the discussion, so it's very weird. That was very weird that they on tropical tributes this is tropical storm. So I thought it was very weird, but I want to show you guys that real quick because that's very weird. Okay, so here's the track of Tropical Depression 8. It's expected to continue as a tropical storm around Bermuda. Um, as you can see, around 8 a.m. Tuesdays, still going around Bermuda, and till 8 a.m. Saturday, still going around. And then it'll be west of Bermuda. It looks like it's not going on a direct path toward Bermuda, but it looks like it's going around Bermuda. Around to watch Bermuda. They're under a tropical storm watch just in case if some of these tropical storm forced winds hit there. Here's the wind probabilities for Bermuda. You have about a 10 to 30% chance of seeing tropical storm forced winds here. But it should be mainly south of you. Because that's where it looks like it's going. 50 knots winds. It's south of you guys in Bermuda, because you guys have a 0% chance. But down here, there's about a 20 to 30% chance of 50 knots winds or 58-mile-per-hour winds. We really don't need to look at the arrival time, because there's really no one in the path of it. Okay, let's look at tropical depression Grace here. The warning cone here. It was a tropical storm at a time, became a tropical depression again here, and it's expected to become a tropical storm by 8 a.m. Tuesday. Continue as a tropical storm. Right now, not expected to become a hurricane, but there's a possibility it could become a hurricane before it hits the other part of Mexico here. So yeah, we already have some tropical storm warnings for Cuba, some tropical storm watches for Cuba, Jamaica, and Dominican Republic. So yeah. I'm gonna do the wind speed probabilities here. We have about a 40 to 50% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds for parts near the first part of Mexico, and then as it gets close to the main part of Mexico, looks like there will be about 40 to 50% chance of tropical storm force winds, 50 knots winds. There's about a 10 to 20% chance. So yeah. No hurricane force winds. Really, all these storms have no chances of hurricane force winds, at least right now. So that's some good news. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna probably leave the stream and for the next little bit and leave it on this here. I'm gonna stop talking because I really have nothing else much to say. So, um, so yeah, I'm gonna leave the stream. I'm gonna leave the stream going on this, but I'm gonna take my voice off the stream. So, I might talk a little later. Hello guys, I'm back. I wasn't talking for a little bit. I just got a notification that I think Tropical Depression 8 has been upgraded to a tropical storm. I am pretty sure. So that's some breaking news we have right now. I think that's the new update here. Let's see if I can get that pulled up. Yep, Tropical Storm Hurry. Uh, so now it's Tropical Storm Hurry, and this was at 5 p.m. AST time. I don't know what kind of time that is, but I wanted to let you know that, guys. Just got a notification on my phone about it, and I wanted to let you guys know right away um, about this. So it's been upgraded to Tropical Storm. Tropical Storm Henry right now, as it's near Bermuda. Um, Here's where it's supposed to go. We talked a little bit about this earlier in the stream. Um, but now it's a tropical storm. The weird thing was the tropical tributes was saying it was a tropical storm. Now it is a tropical storm. So yeah, let's see if it shows tropical storm now on here. Um, Not quite yet, but it said tropical storm on there. So and it was expected to become a tropical storm anyway. So yeah, but I wanted to tell you guys that. Let's see if they updated the wind speeds. Okay, now there is actually 90 to 100 mile per hour wind speeds right in here. So they have updated this a little bit. Now Bermuda, this from the newest update, you guys have now a 10 to 20% chance. It's about what it was. The worst of it's going to be really south of you, and there's no places being affected south of you really for this new tropical storm. But we do have about a 60 to 70% chance just south of Bermuda, and even some 70s to 90% chances right here where that storm is about right now. So we're going to have to watch as this is going to get close to the United States. Right now, it's not expected on spaghetti miles or any of that to become a uh, or to get close to there and become a hurricane or something. But we're gonna have to watch that very closely. 50 knots winds. We're gonna look at it real quick. Just south of Bermuda, we see 20 to 30% chance of winds here, and then hurricane force winds actually I think got upgraded to a 5 to 10% chance. So that's pretty big that we got that big chance because we didn't have that with Tropical Storm Fred. We did have it for Tropical Storm Grace whenever it was Tropical Storm. Now we don't have that. So, but just south of Bermuda, we do have a 5 to 10% chance of a hurricane, possibly hurricane force winds. So this is preliminary. They put right there. I think they put preliminary on the forecast there too. So yeah. Now I want to give you that quick update here about that. Just got that notification on my phone, so I wanted to let you guys know that this is now Tropical Storm Henry, no longer Tropical Depression uh, 8 uh, right now, and then Tropical Storm or Tropical Depression Grace right now. Still Tropical Depression right now. I don't think it's gonna become Tropical Storm quite yet. But we're gonna continue to watch this. Right now it's just Tropical Depression. We're gonna just continue to watch this. I'll let you know if anything happens with Tropical Depression and Grace. I don't think it will because it'll be hitting land, but maybe after that we could get Tropical Storm by tomorrow, maybe somewhere near tomorrow. But our main story right now today is Tropical Storm Fred. I want to mainly focus on that today. So let's get back to looking at satellite. Actually, let's see if we got any new information on Fred on tropical tributes. Doesn't look like it. So let's get back to looking at satellite, and um, just wanted to share that quick update with you guys. Also, a real quick one to let you know, I'm just gonna be streaming till about 4:10 Central Time, um, 5:10 Eastern Time. I'm not gonna stream long today, just for probably another 20 more minutes. so I won't be streaming for much longer here. So I wanted to let you guys all know that. So yeah, I'm not gonna be streaming too long today, but like I said, it made landfall, so um, I'm gonna take my voice off of here and leave it with the radar and satellite. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm gonna do just a quick update until I end the stream because I'm gonna be in the stream I'm gonna be in the stream at 4:10. So I'm just gonna do one more quick update on Tropical Storm Fred, final update here, and then I'll probably end the stream around 4:10. So let's do our final update here. Let me refresh it just in case. So yeah, this is the 4 p.m. It shows that it made landfall here, according to their updates here. The 4 p.m. it looks like update 4 p.m. It has. Let me see their discussion. See if there's anything in their discussion. 4 p.m. See how many mile per hour winds it has. Um, Down here. Let me just check real quick how many mile per hour winds it has. Um, just to make sure. I think it's probably 60 mile per hour winds, I think. I want to make sure on that. I think it is. I'm just going to check real quick. It's made landfall, so with 70 mile per hour wind gusts possible. It has made landfall. It was confirmed around, I think, 2:10, somewhere near there. Somewhere near there, it was confirmed it made landfall. Uh, as you can see on their cone, it has made landfall, it says here. Um, so here are the wind speed probabilities um, as of this update, 4 p.m. update, or 5 p.m. Eastern. 90% chance of tropical storm force winds for parts of Florida and some of Georgia. 50 knots winds here. We have about now a 90 to 100% chance of seeing 50 knots winds. 50 knots winds is 58 mile per hour winds, and it shows that it would be including Florida here. Uh, Parts of Florida, 90 to 100% chance of seeing 50 knots winds, 58 mile per hour winds, um, and you're probably experiencing that probably near right now. For parts of Florida or Pensacola, not really seeing it near Tallahassee, probably about a 10 to 20% chance of seeing 50 knots winds. So yeah, hurricane force winds is a 0% chance. As we look on here, no chance of tornadoes, or not tornadoes, hurricane force winds. Sorry. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna look at the arrival time because it has already arrived. U.S. rainfall potential. Again, this has actually been just updated. Um, Greens 1 to 2 inches, dark greens 2 to 4, and then yellows are 4 to 6, and then there are some isolated pockets of orange, and that's 6 to 10 inches, but it's mostly in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, because I think you've already picked up some of that rain here in Florida, so that's why it's probably went down a little bit. Flash flame potential, I don't think really much has changed. Actually, I think it has actually changed. I think they did update their outlook. They've included Alabama. They've already been included. Uh, they included Georgia in this new update, and then they include Tallahassee in the moderate risk of flash flooding, almost to a high risk of flash flooding here, as you can see. And in their day 2, they did update that, I think, too. They included now Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, getting close to Tennessee here of moderate risk of flash flooding. We have a big, slight risk of flash flooding all the way up to New York. This includes all the way to day 3, so they definitely updated their weather prediction center outlooks here. So yeah, here's the peak storm surge. This may have changed too. Actually, it really hasn't changed. It looks like so. Um, so yeah. Um, Here are the arrival time for tropical storm force winds. Most likely time, earliest reasonable time, near Atlanta, Georgia by Tuesday 8 a.m. Parts of Tallahassee and them already seeing that going on right now. Parts of North Carolina, probably around 10 a.m. Tuesday, probably somewhere near. Um, Parts of middle North Carolina into some Tennessee by Tuesday 2 p.m. And then as it gets into Virginia and West Virginia, Tuesday 8 p.m. or what this says here as this moves up toward these areas. Here's the wind history. If you're wondering, tropical storm back near just south of Puerto Rico in Dominican Republic, and then tropical storm all the way up into Florida and starting to get into Georgia and Alabama now. So yeah. Other than that, not much else to talk about. Talked about Grace and new tropical storm Henry. 5-day graphical weather outlook. We don't see anything going on in the main development region, where you're in the Atlantic. Eastern Pacific, we do see Hurricane Linda. Um, Not really going to be focusing on that. Let me see actually where the path is of this. I have to watch this if this does become a tropical storm. Stays a tropical storm as it gets near Hawaii, because this is actually heading toward Hawaii if it continues to go toward its path where it's going. It looks like, at least. As you can see, Linda's there, Hawaii's there, so we're going to have to watch this storm here. Hawaii, I'd be watching this storm here. So yeah, that's what I would be doing if I was there. Other than that, we talked about tropical depression. If you want to hear more about tropical depression Grace or tropical storm Henry or tropical storm Fred, we talked about it earlier in the video or earlier in the stream. You can go back to it or watch my latest video that I posted earlier. It's gonna be a little bit of change because tropical storm Henry wasn't in the video earlier, so but if you want more information about this stuff, look at my video from earlier. I'm going to be ending the stream though here. The main part of the stream was talk about tropical storm Fred. It has made landfall. Be safe tonight. There is threat of some tornadoes potentially tonight into tomorrow. So stay on high alert if you're in those areas. Also stay on alert for flash flooding. If you have flash flood warning in your area, try to uh, not go out and drive into flooded waters. Don't forget, turn around, don't drown. If you do see any flooded roads or anything, if you're in these areas. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to say, but stay safe. Probably we'll have another tropics video tomorrow. Talk about more of the tropics here because we still have tropical depression Grace and the new tropical storm Henry. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching.